we're not almost there.
Hey guys, welcome to the Massive Iron Channel. I'm Steve Shaw. In this video, I'm going to ask the question, is your workout program, is your muscle building workout program, or is your off-season strength building program too difficult? Before I get into that topic, if you have any questions or comments, drop them down below. The best topic ideas I turn into videos just like this. All right, so I'm going to present an example that I just gave to a new client. We were discussing workout programs, and I want to see if this can kind of help you guys understand, is my program too difficult? Whether you made the program yourself or you took the program off the worldwide interwebs or some random coach gave it to you, is the program too difficult? Now, as a baseline, we have to understand that to assess this, you must be in reasonably good training shape, meaning if you're going to do a normal workout, it's not taking you, 2 hours. You're not feeling like your work capacity is suffering. You're in reasonably good training shape. You're not a beginner. You're used to training. You're used to training semi-hard. So let's talk about that. Basically, the new client expressed to me that, we were talking about programs and how to kind of judge if a program is working you too hard. Now, when you start a new program, obviously we want to avoid program hopping. But when you start a new program, basically the first couple of weeks in the program, you're going to be easing into things. You're going to be getting up to speed. The first 2 to 3 weeks generally isn't going to be very productive as far as muscle and strength building goes. You're going to be acclimating to the demands of the new program. Now, obviously, the program is going to have the same types of exercises. We're not going to be changing exercises on a wholesale level, right? You're going to have pretty much the same exercises, but you're going to have different set and rep schemes, different protocols. So the baseline is the first 2 to 3 weeks, you're going to be getting used to the demands of the program. Now, only after that break-in period will you start to actually get into very productive training. The next 3 or 4 months, generally. Now, it can be longer. You can run a program longer than that. So this is just merely an example using 3 to 4 months. What I like to do with a lot of my clients is obviously we're doing sensible bulks. So we'll train after the break-in period, we'll train for 3 or 4 months on a program, then assess if we want to try something different, just take a mental break, do a mini cut, etc. So we're going to use that 3 to 4 month block. Basically, how can you tell if your workout is too hard? If you're doing too much volume, if you're doing too much intensity, and again, this is baseline on the fact that you're already in pretty good shape, your work capacity is pretty darn good. How can you tell if your workout's too hard? If you can't make it to 3 or 4 months into this program without needing a break, if you feel like you're breaking down, if you feel like your body's getting beat up, if you feel like you're getting trashed and thrashed, and if you feel your motivation's crashing, you want to work hard. Obviously, we're not trying to be pussies here. We're not trying to find a way out of a program. You want to be working hard, but if your program's absolutely destroying you and pushing you into this overreaching zone very early, and you don't think you're going to be able to make it 3 or 4 months without needing days off or a week off or whatever, then you're working way too hard. You have too much volume. You have too much intensity. You're pushing too many sets to the limit, whatever the case is. So you want to kind of get to that 3 or 4 month period after the break-in period where you start to feel a little bit mental fatigue from the program because you've been pushing pretty hard. You want to feel a little bit of cumulative physical fatigue from that program because you've been pushing too hard. You don't want to feel super overreached because, look, we're just doing muscle and strength building. We're not trying to compete for the Mr. Olympia. We're not trying to compete for world records in powerlifting. You want to feel maybe a little bit cumulative fatigue, like you need a physical and mental break. But if the point here is, if you feel early on in the program, the first month, the first 2 weeks, 6 weeks in, like it's just kicking you in the balls, you feel like you're overreaching already, you feel like you're just you need a break, you're losing motivation to train, then something is probably broken in the program. And you might be like, is this a common thing? Well, look, there's a lot of people out there programming that don't understand programming. Anybody can take a bunch of exercises and put it on a spreadsheet. Anybody can take a bunch of exercises and put it on a piece of paper and say, here's a program. Just because somebody can do that doesn't mean they understand proper programming and what is reasonable for the average lifter. So you get a lot of programs out there. People will serve up programs, people that shouldn't be programming. Somebody with a great looking body, and because they have a great looking body, all of a sudden they believe they're the god of programming and hand you out some random workout that like is so incredibly bizarre or physically taxing that after like 3 weeks, you just want to punch yourself in the nuts and quit. So just understand that there are a lot of crazy programs out there, a lot of ill-constructed programs. If you want to know if you're training too hard, you should be able to make it to the end of a 3-4 month block feeling slightly overreached and maybe a little bit of mental fatigue, but nothing excessive. So guys, hope this video has been of some help. If you have any questions or comments, drop them down below. If you made it this far in this video and have yet to subscribe to my channel, please do. I'd appreciate the support. So guys, as always, thanks for watching. Have a great day.